Hi, my name is Samat, and today I'll be sharing with you top 3 mistakes guitarists make when learning jazz guitar. So if you're new to jazz guitar, this is for you, so keep on watching. A lot of times when people talk about jazz guitar, you'll hear this phrase. People will say, you gotta learn the language. But the question is, what is the language? It's not just about scales, modes, or arpeggios. How many times have people said, when you want to learn jazz, you're like, you got to learn the scales, you got to learn the modes, you got to learn the arpeggios, which is true, but it's not just about scales, modes, or arpeggios. You need to learn the vocabulary. The vocabulary is the language of jazz. The licks, the solos, what people have played in the jazz style, the great players, Miles Davis, Wes Montgomery, John Coltrane, Louis Armstrong, all those people, the licks they played, the solos they played, that is the language. Now on that note, let's go into the top 3 mistakes that guitarists make when learning jazz guitar. So mistake number 1, only practicing scales or modes. So how many times have you seen this? Someone says, I want to learn jazz. Then you go on Facebook or something and you say, I'm going to learn a jazz scale. Or someone asked me on Facebook Live, bro, what's a jazz scale? What's a jazz mode? And the thing is, right, although I do teach my students that, my private students learn about scales and modes, it's not just about that. You don't just practice a Lydian scale, a Lydian mode, and suddenly become jazz. The scale by itself and the mode by itself is not the thing that makes it jazz. It's part of it, but it's not the only thing. So if you're only practicing scales and modes, you're not going to get very far. Mistake number 2, not learning songs. So a lot of people, you start learning these jazz scales, modes, and you start getting good at it, but you have no songs. So as a result, you have these jazz ideas, but then someone says, let's jam, and then you don't even know Autumn Leaves, you don't know Blue Bossa, you don't know Fly Me to the Moon, you don't know Mania de Carnaval, Girl from Ipanema. These are all very common jam songs in jazz, and the problem is a lot of people, they learn just parts of the scales, the chords, but you don't actually learn the songs. So you got to learn the songs. The songs are really, really important. Mistake number 3, not learning licks. Now, some people will argue with me on this. Some people say, but bro, if you start learning licks, right, you're going to sound like a lick machine. You're just playing this lick and playing that lick. The thing is, when you play a scale, it sounds like a scale. When you play an arpeggio, it sounds like an arpeggio. The licks are how you take those scales, those arpeggios, those chromatic approach notes, the triad pairs, all these things, right? They become language when you learn the licks. And people, I made this mistake, and this is why I put it in here. I had a teacher very early on. He told me, don't learn jazz guitar licks. And I trusted him, and he taught me a lot of amazing things. But one of the things that he told me was not to learn licks. And boy, did I regret it, because the licks actually are the way you learn to see how to use scales, how to use arpeggios. So mistake number 3, a lot of people don't learn licks. So that is an issue. So just to recap, mistake number 1, only practicing scales and modes. That's a mistake. So remember, although scales and modes are important, that's not the only thing you should be practicing. Mistake number 2, not learning songs. So if you want to learn jazz, you got to learn the repertoire. You got to learn the songs. Doesn't matter whether it's Blue Bossa, Beautiful Love, or Fly Me to the Moon, or My Funny Valentine. You got to learn the songs. Those songs are what will teach you the building blocks of jazz. Mistake number 3 is not learning licks. And this is where, if you want to learn more licks, you can actually, and level up your jazz guitar skills, you can get my new book at bit.ly/asamatband. The link is also in the comment section or the description below. And you can get it, 60 minor pentatonic jazz guitar licks. It's a great collection that will help you. It helps you get new language and helps you play better jazz and challenges you to level up your playing skills. So do check it out if you want more stuff. And again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, please click like, please share, and see you in the next video.